The Young and the Restless, Wednesday, April 292026. Welcome back to the channel, besties. Today is Tuesday, a beautiful day to completely lose our minds over the absolute madness happening in Genoa City. Grab your iced coffees and strap in, because we are diving straight into the deep end of the drama pool today. You guys, I am deceased. Stop what you are doing right now. I am literally shaking and filming this while I'm running errands. I am literally gripping my steering wheel in the Target parking lot because I just had to jump on here and vent. Wait, we need to talk about this now. My soul has actually left my body. I am genuinely hyperventilating. Are Kyle Abbott and Victoria Newman actually a thing? I know. The rumors are spreading like absolute wildfire across every single forum, and I am physically vibrating from the sheer audacity of this world-shattering saga. I am personally offended, and yet totally living for the absolute cinematic mayhem this would cause. Bestie, be for real right now. If this happens, I am officially putting the writers on my do not perceive list, but also I will be seated front row with a giant bucket of popcorn. Wait, I'm glitching. Okay, back to the main event. The internet is straight up convinced that Kyle and Victoria are sneaking around behind closed doors. No, they are not officially dating yet. Did I say that yet? My brain is mush moving on, but the tea is that people are manifesting this scandalous age gap romance, and I am spiraling over their choices. I was mid-skincare when I read the latest theories and literally smeared charcoal mask all over my expensive white rug. I had to yeet my phone across the room because the concept alone is a high-octane psychological masterpiece where the stakes are astronomical. We are not just watching this show, we are invested. The sheer chaos of an Abbott and a Newman, specifically these two, hooking up, send help. Wait, backtrack for a second, I missed a step. Let's look at where Kyle Abbott is at right now, because the boy is an absolute, unmitigated mess. Basically, Kyle just ended his incredibly messy, deeply problematic romance with Claire Grace earlier this month. Like early April, the whole thing just came crashing down in flames. And honestly, thank goodness, because that vibe was just, don't even get me started on the vibes it was giving. Major, I cannot even energy. Now Claire is off reconnecting with Holden Novak after that massive earth-shattering paternity shocker about his dad being Malcolm Winters, which is honestly so unhinged on its own. So Kyle is just out here, completely untethered, floating around Genoa City with zero romantic prospects and genuinely looking like a lost puppy who needs a billionaire CEO to tell him what to do. Oh, hold on. I should have mentioned this earlier, but we have to talk about Victoria's mental state. My girl has been going through it. She is still deeply, profoundly mourning the tragic death of her ex-husband, Cole Howard. You guys, he passed away so tragically last July from Legionnaire's disease. Legionnaire's disease. I am still unwell over that plot line. It was so devastating, and Victoria has been carrying this heavy, suffocating grief for almost an entire year now. She's been in this dark, lonely place, and somehow, out of that emotional wreckage, fans are convinced she is about to embark on the most scandalous, world-ending tea ever with Kyle Abbott. The emotional whiplash is genuinely giving me a migraine. Let's rewind to the actual evidence, because I am a journalist, okay? New Year's Eve, the Genoa City Athletic Club. Kyle and Victoria are hanging out, just the two of them, ringing in the new year. And I swear, the lighting in that room, wait, random tangent, Did anyone else notice how weirdly warm the lighting was in the GCAC that night? It was giving sepia tone fever dream, and the background jazz music was slightly too loud, like someone bumped the aux cord. But whatever. Snapping back to the main tee, they were having this deeply intimate heart-to-heart. Victoria was straight up sympathizing with Kyle's plans to leave Claire. And Kyle, he had the absolute nerve to call out Victoria's blind loyalty to Victor Newman. And instead of throwing her expensive champagne in his face, they shared this quiet, weirdly warm moment that has haunted my waking thoughts ever since. But wait, we need to balance the scales, because I am nothing if not objective, even while I am having a total meltdown in my car. Flash forward to April 14th at Society. The vibes completely rancid. They had a massive, tense workplace argument. Victoria literally yelled at Kyle, demanding he show some mercy and compassion toward Victor, and Kyle straight up refused. He shut her down. It was not a romantic lovers' quarrel. It was a cold, harsh, corporate standoff. They were acting like bitter rivals, not secret lovers. So how do we go from a cozy NYE chat to screaming over expensive appetizers at Society? The duality of man, honestly. It's giving extreme enemies to lovers energy, and I am here for the slow burn. And let's dissect Kyle's current romantic resume, because it is a barren wasteland of poor choices. The boy is so single it physically hurts to watch. Remember Valentine's Day, February 13th? Audra Charles planted this massive, steamy kiss on him. I was screaming at my television, but where is Audra now? Oh, she's totally moved on and is hyper-focused on reconnecting with Noah Newman. Brutal. And Summer Newman, still living her absolute best life in Milan, completely unbothered by Kyle's existence, with zero plans to return to GC anytime soon. So Kyle is literally stranded on Single Island, desperate for a storyline, and frankly, a chaotic hookup with Victoria might be the exact unhinged energy he needs to stay relevant. Meanwhile, Victoria's love life is equally depressing. Did I say that yet? Ugh, my brain is mush. I'm repeating myself. Basically, she tried to have this grand, sweeping reunion with Nate Hastings. They had that kiss outside Society on February 24th, and I thought, okay, we are doing this. The power couple is back. But no, it totally fizzled out. It stalled completely into absolute nothingness. So now Victoria is just sitting in her massive Newman office, lonely, restless, and clearly primed for a completely out of left field plot twist. She is a powerhouse CEO who needs some spice in her life, and if Nate isn't going to deliver, maybe the universe is pushing her toward the youngest Abbott heir. I am literally clutching my chest at the thought. Now, why are the fans so rabid about this specific pairing? I will tell you exactly why. The Y&R writers just set a massive, game-changing precedent. They gave the green light to a serious, deep, age gap romance between Sienna Bacall and Noah Newman. They proved they are willing to cross that line and explore these complex generational dynamics. So the fandom is looking at that and going, if Sienna and Noah can happen, then Kyle and Victoria are totally on the table. It's basically opening Pandora's box of scandalous pairings. The writers are testing the waters, and I am genuinely terrified but also salivating at the potential of this absolute mess. I'm calling it right now. If this happens, the villain arcs are about to go nuclear, manifesting a total dumpster fire by the next update. Just picture the fallout. besties. Claire's fragile heart would be completely shattered into a million pieces, realizing her ex moved on with her own family member. And Victor Newman, oh my God, Victor would literally lose his mind. He would burn Genoa City to the absolute ground. The Abbott versus Newman Cold War would erupt into a full-blown apocalyptic bloodbath overnight. From a pure ratings perspective, it would be the most legendary, jaw-dropping television we've seen in decades. I would physically need to take a week off work to process the drama. I am literally hyperventilating right now, just thinking about the sheer scale of this mess. My grip on reality is slipping, and this hypothetical affair is now my entire personality. I am not okay. If Kyle and Victoria actually seal the deal, you will find me screaming into a pillow until my vocal cords give out. They are officially the most chaotic what if in soap history, and I am going to need to lie down in a dark room with a cold compress. Stay unhinged, besties, and keep your eyes peeled, because Genoa City is a ticking time bomb, and we are sitting in the front row